Well, hello. This is my 3D Tic Tac Toe program. It's kind of my contribution to the animation project we were doing. I wrote this a long time ago, maybe 15, more than that, 20 years ago. I started it in Cube Basic and then learned VB3, 4, 5, and VB6 finally. So it took that long a time to kind of finish it, maybe 4 years or so. 3D tic-tac-toe is like tic-tac-toe. You got to get in a row, but you got to get 4 in a row with 3D tic-tac-toe because the grid is, or the playing field is a 4 by 4 by 4 arrangement of points. There used to be a game called Cubic. There may have been others on the market that you put together. They were made out of plastic, and you created this little field, and then you played tic-tac-toe with somebody else. But you had to get 4 in a row. And I always thought that was kind of a fun game. Tic-tac-toe actually is pretty simple when the 3 by 3 kind. But this was complicated, and I wanted to play against the computer. So I just did it. Started off kind of as a math problem. I just wondered how many possible lines there were on this 4 by 4 by 4 grid that you could win on. I believe it's 76. I think there's 76 lines that you could get 4 in a row on. So anyway, you can see there's the 64 points. Nobody's played anything yet, but you start filling them up, and the computer plays against you, and there's those points. Now you can stop them, make them go, speed them up, and you can turn them. You can change your position, sort of. And the rotation speed is very slow right now, but it could be much faster. I was surprised because I was concerned that VB wasn't going to be able to calculate all those positions so fast, but it actually was able to do that amazingly fast. And if you have a higher rotation speed and then you make it go to the right, it just goes so fast you can't even see where to place your guys. Anyway, I'm going to put it back at a very slow rotation speed, because the main thing I'm trying to do is get 4 in a row, and I can place my guys. I'm the red, and the computer is the blue balls, and I just want to get 3 in a row. There, I almost got 4 in a row, but he stopped me, of course, and he plays very fast. The computer plays very fast, very well too. But let me stop it for a second. Notice these things over here on the left, they have to be there. If they're not there, BitBlit won't work. This program uses BitBlit. It's an API, and that's part of Windows, and it's a very fast way to put things on the screen. But you only put rectangles or squares on the screen. I'm not sure if it's a square or a rectangle, but it's at least a rectangle. Here is the module. This is the coding, the IDE. You have to declare that function BitBlit. It was in the GDI 32 library, whatever that means. And these are the things. But you just put that in there, and then you can call BitBlit, because it's part of Windows. So anyway, here when we start this program, this is what we get, the playing field, of course, but then it asks, do you want to go first, or you want to let the computer go first? I'm going to let the player go first. It's defaulting to that. The color, I'm letting it default to red for the player, but it could be any other color. And then the computer's color, it's defaulting to blue, but it could be any of these other colors except red, the ones that are already taken. So then we click on that, and then we start, and then we're back to here. And we want to get it so that we can kind of see it kind of looking down at an angle. The interesting thing to me about this program is that looks 3D. You can actually see 3D. You can, those balls in the back look like a little further away. They're the same size, but they look a little further away. If you stop it, however, that doesn't look 3D at all. I mean, it's really hard to see the 3D. You have to have it moving, and when you move it, then you do see the 3D. I guess it's fooling your brain into thinking that. I'm not sure. But I thought that was an interesting idea. I suppose people who did TV learned that right off the bat. You're showing a 3D situation, but you're showing it on a TV monitor or a screen, a 2D screen, and how are you going to make it look 3D? And as we know, TV does look 3D, but it's because there's motion. And they have to keep the actors have to move, of course they keep correct perspective. They are in their they keep their correct perspective because the object stays in correct perspective. Here we just have these balls, and we have to make sure that they are where they ought to be. And then we start playing. I'm going to try to beat them again here. See if I can. I think there's a way to win it. There's about 10 levels to this game, and I think at this point I should be able to win. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's easier to and then, oh yeah, and then I go there, and then I go here, and that should do it. If I can get that guy right there. And the game is over. We can list the moves. That's where that other window shows up, and there we'll just continue. But I think I won. See, I got that 4 in a row. This one, this one, this one, and this one. That's because it's playing at the lowest level. It's not too hard to beat it at its lowest level, but it does have 10 levels, and 10 levels I have never beat it. I don't think I ever will, because when it gets full, you just can't see all those 76 lines. It's just too hard. I added these planes thinking, well, let's start a new game, I guess. New game. Oops. I wanted to show all of the whoops. Oh no, shoot. We don't want to debug it. Let's start all over. Okay. I'll be red, he'll be blue. We'll start. Okay. I wanted to see, it just got so difficult. I wanted to look at each plane separately, because I figured, well, you just look at each plane, do all. If we start making some moves here, there, I think I got him again. Yes, okay. Yeah, I did get 4 in a row there. It's not too hard to beat him on that first level. Let's see if we can look at just some planes. Oh yeah, so if we just want to look at one particular plane, there's 18 planes, and if you want to look at each one, you can. And I even added, let's look at them all, just gradually. Plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. And look at each plane, and as you're playing, keep track on each plane how you're doing. Because if you get some preponderance, like here, that plane there, I had a whole bunch more than it did. And that seems to be the key. You just want to fill up one plane with a whole lot of your guys. You can also do this distance thing. We're kind of far away, but you can actually get up right close to it. And you're very close to it. It doesn't really help you very much, I don't think. So it's kind of probably better just to keep it kind of at a distance. You can stop it. Again, see, that doesn't really look 3D. It has to be moving for it to look 3D. Then this was lines. So I wanted to say, okay, let me see all the players' triples, the computer's triples. In other words, a triple means he's got 3 in a row. You better check. So I always ran through when I played against it, trying to win it at level 10. I would look at every move. I would look at the computer's triples, and that would tell me, well, he's going to win. He's got a next move. He's going to win. I would also look through and see if I had any players' triples. But then these doubles, these players' doubles, would show me where I have 2 in a row on a still open line. So both of these, for example, these are, see, I could possibly win on those 2 lines. These are my players' doubles. The computer had some doubles too, where he had 2 in each line. So I had to be careful on those. And then you could also take moves back. I can still take the moves back. I don't know if I could keep playing or not. I think the game is over. But anyway, that's the 3D Tic Tac Toe. It's once it got done, I wasn't too much interested in playing it anymore, especially when I knew that I just really couldn't beat it on level 10. I could beat it on level 1, but after that, no. But the thing that impresses me about this still is this, that it does look 3D when it's moving. And it does not look 3D when it's not moving. And it's using BitBlit. Now, BitBlit does a rectangle, and so that's what these are for. Like this, see, here's this red ball or a blue ball, and this black ball with a white surrounding is you have to add that, and that's what makes it transparent. The BitBlit uses either a square or a rectangle, and it looks like it's a square, at least in this case it's a square, but you don't want these squares going around, you want just circles, and so you have to add this, you have to and it. You just had to and the BitBlit, you had to and it with this kind of like reverse image. And that allows you to look through it. So that was pretty cool. I found that in a VB5 book or something. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching.